Welcome, the learner, to a new deep dive. We've put this together just for you.
That's right. Today we're heading, virtually at least, to Warsaw, Poland.
Yeah, exactly. We've pulled together some fantastic insights, traveler comments, expert takes. You know the drill.
All pointing towards the must-see spots and things to do in this really vibrant capital.
Think of it as your shortcut, your quick guide to feeling like you already know Warsaw. We've got some surprising bits, practical tips too.
Our goal isn't just like a list. We want to get to the heart of what makes Warsaw special, based on what people are actually saying.
Get a real feel for the place. Maybe even inspire a trip.
Hopefully. So where do we start?
Okay, let's dive in. Architecture first. Some seriously stunning stuff here. And, well, you have to start with the Warsaw Royal Castle.
Right. Iconic.
And it's old, like originally 16th century old.
Which is amazing considering its history. Now it's a national monument, a museum. It speaks volumes, really.
Absolutely. And the style.
Yeah.
It's got that mix, hasn't it?
Yeah, Baroque, so think lots of detail, quite grand. And then neoclassical, a bit more elegant and symmetrical.
Okay, I'm picturing it. That main rectangular building, the central courtyard.
And that huge clock tower, 197 feet, you can't miss it.
And the outside isn't just plain brick, right? There are carved statues, arched entrances. Sounds impressive just walking up to it.
Definitely. And then inside, you've got world-class art, the actual royal apartments.
Wow, imagine wandering through those. And parliamentary chambers, too.
Yep, all there. Just a heads up, it's open Tuesday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Good practical tip.
But here's the really fascinating part, the learner. So much of what you see today, it's a reconstruction.
Because of World War II, right? Almost completely destroyed.
Exactly. So visiting isn't just seeing a castle, it's seeing this incredible act of preservation, of resilience.
That's powerful. The sources say guided tours really bring that story out.
Oh, absolutely. They give you the whole context, the rebuilding. It adds so much depth.
Makes sense. And don't just stay inside, apparently. There's a viewing terrace.
Yeah. Great views over the Vistula River, the gardens, perfect photo spot.
Nice. So the castle is kind of a symbol, then, of the city's past and, well, its survival?
Very much so. It anchors the whole historical narrative.
Okay, shifting gears slightly, but staying historical. The Old Town, often called the beating heart of Warsaw.
And you can see why. Those winding cobblestone streets, the squares. It's just atmospheric.
Like stepping back in time, almost.
Totally. And the main hub is the Old Town Market Square Reinecke-Starego Miasta.
And just like the castle, this place has a story of rebirth. Rebuilt after the war.
Painstakingly. So when you're wandering around, you're literally walking through resurrected history. It's quite profound, actually.
Incredible. And the square itself is packed, isn't it? The Warsaw Mermaid statue.
Syrenka Warzowska, yeah. Super iconic.
That Donna Kamenika Wojtowska building. The Warsaw Museum.
Museum Warzawi, right. You could easily spend a whole day just there.
Sounds like it. A guided walking tours may be a good idea here, too.
Yeah, smart move. Helps you catch the highlights, get the stories behind places like St. John's Cathedral. Otherwise, you might just walk past.
Good point. And food. There's a restaurant recommendation right in the square. Ufukiera.
Yes. Traditional Polish stuff. They mentioned pierogi, duck. Sounds delicious. Historic setting, too.
Nice. But probably need to book ahead.
Oh, definitely. It's a popular spot. Reservations are a good shout, especially in peak season.
Got it. And for the photographers listening?
Go early. Morning light, fewer people. That's the pro tip for getting those classic shots of the square.
Makes sense. Okay, next bit of architecture. The Barbican. This sounds different again, like fairy tale-ish.
It really does. It's this semicircular fortified outpost, with pointed turrets.
Kind of romantic, Gothic even.
A little bit, yeah. It opened way back in 1548, part of the old city walls. Visually, it's really striking.
Just walking past sounds like a photo op.
Totally. There is a small museum inside, but it's seasonal, usually June to October, like 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay. But the main draw seems to be the look at it, especially at certain times.
Yeah. Golden hour, early morning, late afternoon. The light hits the brick, highlights the shape. It's really atmospheric, especially in autumn, apparently.
And it sits right between the old town and the new town.
Exactly. So it sits perfectly into a walking tour of that whole historic area. Helps you picture the old defenses.
Cool. Right now for something completely different. Warsaw Tower.
Talk about a contrast. From 16th century walls to the tallest building in the EU.
Wow. Okay. How tall?
1,017 feet. Or 310 meters. It's massive. A real symbol of modern Warsaw.
And the big thing everyone's waiting for is the viewing deck.
Yeah, the observation terraces. They're going to be way up, 755 feet, expected to open summer 2025.
The views must be absolutely insane from up there.
Can you imagine? But it's not just the views. The whole complex will have shopping, restaurants, even a spa.
So it's a destination in itself, and it's near the central station.
Right nearby. Close to the Palace of Culture and Science, too, and the Zudi Terci Mall. It's a real central hub.
And restaurants with views. Skyfall Warsaw is mentioned.
Yeah, lots of buzz about places like that opening up. It really shows that dynamic, modern side of the city.
Okay, love this next bit. Quirky legends and hidden gems, always fun.
Right. Adds so much character.
First up, the Warsaw Basilisk. Now, this is a mythical creature, right? Turns people to stone with its gaze.
That's the one. Pops up in Roman legends, medieval stories. Even Harry Potter knows the basilisk.
So what's the Warsaw angle?
Well, local legend says one lived in a basement, a ruined castle basement, right in the Old Town Market Square.
No way.
Yeah, and there's actually a statue of it. It's kind of hidden near the entrance of a restaurant called Basilishek Restaurant.
That's brilliant. Like a little Easter egg hunt.
Exactly, a fun little discovery while you're exploring.
And then naturally you could pop into the restaurant. Try some Polish food. Bigos, pierogi again.
Perfect excuse. Dinner guarded by a mythical beast. Adds a bit of folklore to your meal.
Love it. Okay, what's next? The Stone Bear.
Another charming one. This is a little statue on the porch of the Church of Our Lady of Grace, also in the Old Town.
A bear on a church porch. There has to be a story.
Oh, there is. A rather sweet, if slightly odd, legend. It's supposed to be a prince, Yasko.
Okay.
He was adopted, then apparently turned into a stone bear by a witch, and he's waiting for true love's kiss to break the spell.
Oh, that's kind of sad but cute.
Right. Just this little enchanted figure tucked away.
And the tip is, after you spot the bear, go inside the church.
Definitely. It's got a beautiful Baroque interior,
Yeah.
and it's free to enter. A nice, quiet moment.
It's those little hidden stories that make exploring fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. The unexpected finds.
All right, let's switch to experiences and activities. Warsaw is not just history and architecture. There's loads to do.
For sure. First up, the Warsaw Zoological Garden.
And this is big, right? 99 acres.
Huge. Over 12,000 animals, 500 species. And importantly, nearly 50 endangered species. So there's a conservation aspect, too.
Wow. Highlights mentioned are polar bears, tigers, lions, rhinos,
Right.
the big crowd pleasers.
Yeah. And they suggest checking the daily feeding schedule. Could be fun, especially with kids.
Guided walks available too.
Mm-hmm. And the polar bears are apparently a big hit in the summer.
Makes sense. It's pretty cool to have such a major zoo right in the capital city.
It really is a great way to connect with nature without leaving the city limits.
Okay, for a different kind of green space.
Yeah.
The Saxon Garden, oldest public park in Warsaw.
That's right. Dates back to the 17th century, opened to the public in 1727, about 38 acres.
Sounds lovely. Flower beds, paths, a lake. Perfect city escape.
It is, but it's not just nature. There are important monuments there, too.
Like what?
The monument to the Smolensk tragedy victims, the Temple of Vesta Water Tower, and very significantly, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Oh, right. And there's a ceremony there. Changing of the guard.
Yep, every day at noon. It's quite a moving thing to see.
And the park itself.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect for a picnic.
Ideal. Grab some local goodies and just relax. It's a place where you really feel the layers of Warsaw's history, from fancy gardens to public remembrance.
Okay, now for a museum that sounds incredibly important. The Poland Museum of the History of Polish Jews.
Yes. And its location is key. It's built on the site of the former Warsaw Ghetto.
Wow. That adds a lot of weight.
It does. The main exhibition covers 1,000 years of Polish Jewish history.
1,000 years. That's immense.
It is. They use artifacts, models, multimedia. It covers everything. The good times, the culture, but also the tragedy of the Holocaust, and then the revival of the community today.
Sounds incredibly powerful and educational. An audio guide is available.
Yeah, probably essential to get the most out of it. They also have temporary exhibits like one on Jewish food culture right now.
Interesting. And it's open Tuesday to Sunday, free on Thursdays.
That's right. Free Thursdays are great, but expect it to be busier then. And there's a recommendation for a nearby kosher restaurant too, Bekef.
Good tip for extending the experience. It feels like a crucial place to visit, understanding that part of history.
Absolutely. Essential for understanding Warsaw, Poland, and European history, really. The location makes it especially poignant.
Okay, totally switching gears now. Sports. Catching a Legia Warsaw game.
Yeah. Poland's super successful soccer team. They've won the league like 15 times, and the Polish Cup 19 times. They're huge.
Wow. So the atmosphere at a game must be intense.
Electric, I bet. Their stadium holds over 31,000 fans. Stadi Dylexia Polonez.
And it's walkable from the city center. About 30 minutes.
Yeah, pretty convenient.
Okay, practical advice. Get tickets from the official site. And maybe aim for neutral zones, especially with kids.
Good idea. The fans are known for being very passionate, so neutral seating might be more relaxed if you're not a diehard supporter.
And book early.
Definitely, especially
Okay.
for big matches. It's a real slice of Polish culture, though. Football is massive there. The energy's probably amazing.
Cool. Okay, another museum, but focusing on a specific, intense, historical event. The Warsaw Rising Museum.
Right, dedicated to the 1944 uprising. The Polish Home Army trying to liberate Warsaw from German occupation during WWII.
Sounds like another powerful one. What kind of exhibits?
All sorts. Weapons, letters, photos, interactive stuff. Sections for each city district during the Rising.
And there's a plane. A B-24 Liberator bomber?
Yeah, a full-size one in a hangar? Must be incredible to see. Plus, an observation tower, a cinema, even a recreated insurgent hospital.
Wow, really immersive. The observation tower gives city views.
Yeah, panoramic views. Kind of connects the past struggle to the present city.
Open daily except Mondays.
Yeah,
And free on Sundays.
that's the info. Again, Sundays will likely be crowded. It's a really important museum for understanding the city's spirit, the resistance.
Definitely sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay, one last experience, a seasonal one. The Warsaw Christmas Market.
Ah, yes. Poland does Christmas markets so well. Warsaw's runs usually mid-November to early January.
Sounds magical.
Ah.
Festive displays, markets, carol singing, the whole package.
Totally. Decorated shops, that lovely atmosphere. The main spots are the Old Town, Castle Square, and around the Barbican.
And an ice rink in the Old Town Square sometime.
Often, yeah. Plus, of course, mulled wine. Gotta have the mulled wine.
Essential. And the Barbican area is good for handmade gifts.
That's the tip. Great for finding unique crafts. Stalls usually open like 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekdays, later on weekends, but best to check the specific year's schedule.
And Castle Square has the main tree and the illuminated castle.
Right. That's kind of the focal point for the big festive look. It just sounds like a really charming way to experience Warsaw in winter.
It really does. Okay, before we wrap up, we should probably touch on places to stay. Accommodation options.
Good call. Just a few examples from the sources.
For luxury, there's the Intercontinental Warsaw by IHG, 5-star, central, near the station. Wellness center with views, 2 restaurants. Sounds posh.
Definitely high-end, great location, great amenities, a top choice if the budget allows.
Mid-range option, Motel 1, Warsaw Chopin.
Yeah, 3-star, also central near the university. Free Wi-Fi, parking available. Sounds like a solid, reliable choice.
Comfortable, convenient, decent price point. Makes sense.
Exactly.
And for budget travelers, Old Town Cannonia Hostel and Apartments.
This one sounds fun. Colorful rooms, free Wi-Fi, and it's right in the Old Town, like steps from the Royal Castle.
Perfect for soaking up that historic atmosphere without spending a fortune.
Yeah, great location for exploring on foot.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together at the learner. We've journeyed through Warsaw's amazing architecture, the Royal Castle, the Old Town,
Uncovered those fun legends like the basilisk and the stone bear.
explored peaceful gardens, really important museums like Poland.
Imagine the buzz of a Liga football match, the magic of the Christmas market.
Hopefully this deep dive gives you a real sense of just how much Warsaw offers. It's incredibly diverse.
It really is. That blend of deep history and, modern energy is quite unique. Something for everyone, really.
Definitely sparked my curiosity. So here's a final thought to leave you with. We've talked about the history, the resilience you see in the landmarks and stories.
Mm-hmm. It's very evident.
So what other hidden layers, what unexpected stories might you find just by wandering off the main tourist track in Warsaw? Maybe the real soul of the city isn't just in the big sights.
But in those little personal discoveries you make along the way, something to think about.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.